everybody and welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to have a look at the Gauteng Department of Education Prelim 2020 Maths Paper 2. We're having a look at the question 1, which is on the statistics. If you would like, please attempt the question before watching this video. So here we have the question. It says, the Arithmetic High School decided to compare results of 31 grade 12 learners in mathematics and physics in the 2019 preparatory exam. The mathematics results are shown in the table below, and the box and whisker diagram illustrates the physical results. The marks were recorded as percentages. So it says calculate the mean mark of the mathematics learners. To calculate the mean mark, it's just using the formula. So for 1.1, and you could use your calculator, the statistics mode of your calculator. So the mean is the sum of all observations over your total number of observations. So adding all of these numbers, the 7 plus the 11 plus the 15, plus all the way to 92 plus 96 over the total number of students, and there were 31 students as they mentioned earlier. So if we calculate that, it's 1,581 divided by 31. So we then get our mean to be 51. Okay. So that is quite standard, and your calculator can help a lot with those calculations. So it says comment on the skewness of the data. So how would we comment on the skewness of the data is we have a look at our observations. So we have a whole lot of, so the mean is 51. And if you see there's how many people got below 51? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 people got below 51, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 people got above 51. So that means that it is skewed to the right, or positively skewed, because more observations are on that side. Slightly skewed, I wouldn't say very much. So skewed to the right. Okay, so 1.3 says, determine which subjects performed better in the 2019 exam and give a reason for your answer. So having a look at this, it's quite difficult to compare the numbers as is with these numbers over here. So maybe you might want to add, so mathematics had a minimum of 7. So the minimum of 7 minimum of mathematics was 7. The maximum of mathematics was 96. And then let's just get our first quartile. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean our median. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So then this is our 16th one. So we have 15 on either side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So the median mark for mathematics was 52. And okay, then the first quartile is in this 15, taking the middle number, which would be the 8th one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then taking the 8th number on the side. Wait. I mean, yeah, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm just getting the Q1 and Q2 and the median, Q3, so that we can compare. So the Q3 was 72, which is slightly higher, and the Q1 was 28. So somewhere there. Okay, so that is the box and whisker diagram. So having a look at this year, you would say that the students did better in physics, because if you look at physics, like 25%, I mean, well, 75% of the students got above 40. And here for mathematics, 75% got above 28. So the maths marks were a bit lower. So physics was better. I mean, and physics also has a higher high score. Yes, it has a low score, but a lot of the students did a lot better when comparing. So how many people failed? So 25% got below 40, whereas 25% got below 28. So 75% got above. So 25% got between 28 and 52, which is almost a pass. Whereas here 25% got about, well, just on the lower end. They did much better in physics. Then it says, write down a possible mark for a learner who achieved the 10th lowest mark in physical science. Okay, so you want the 10th lowest mark. So we're dividing. So what happens is these quartiles divided into 25, into quarters. So 31 divided, so approximately 7.5 students are there, 7.5 students are there, 7.5 students are between there, and 7.5 students between here. So we want to know where's the 10th person. So it's any mark. So here's 7.5 students or so got below 40, and between 8 and 15 students got between 50. So the 10th person is in this piece over here. The 10th person is in this piece over here. So you can write any mark between 40 to 50, because that would correspond to the 10th person, the 10th lowest mark. Then it is a second look, a learner scored the 4th highest in both subjects. The learner obtained the greatest possible difference between both subjects. Calculate the learner's mark in physical science. So first of all, they scored the 4th highest in both subjects. So that means they are in this, the 4th highest will be in the last quarter. And it says calculate the greatest possible difference. So the highest mark that they can get between the two here is 100. So they probably got 100. The greatest mark that they could have gotten, the 4th highest score. Okay, so in both subjects. Okay, so for maths, we can actually calculate what's the 4th highest score. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So they have 87 for maths. And we want to calculate the greatest difference. So what science mark would they have gotten? So if we take 100, then the difference between them is 13. If we take the lower end, so we know they're definitely in this interval between 70 and 100 for physics, but we don't know which one. If we take 71, so it's between the two ends. So which is the greatest difference between 71 and 100? And we see that 100 minus 87 is 13, whereas 87 minus 70 is 17. So 71. So we're going to take the 71. So it's a 16% difference. So we know they lie somewhere here, not 70. So we're going to take the lower bound of the side. So that question just requires a bit of thinking about how to approach it. So for maths, you can actually know what's the 4th highest mark. For physics, you don't know what's the 4th highest mark, but you know it is in this interval. So it's anything between 71 and 100. So it's on the end that's going to cause the biggest difference. So you're going to see between 71 and 100, what is the biggest difference that you can get? And it's between 71. I hope that you've understood this video. Please watch the rest of our series on paper 2. Thank you for watching. Bye.